We expected bullets, instead, bandages, water, and unexpectedly gentle American voices tonight. They patched our wounds first, questioning later. Mercy arrived before judgment today. Cold water flooded disbelief. Thirst surrendered faster than doctrine or pride. Orders were clear, voices calm, fear retreated, confusion softened into caution. A match flared kindly, hatred flickered, then shrank behind smoke and gratitude. They spoke our language precisely, rights explained, signatures taken without insults. Shelter from rain felt treasonous, kindness contradicted everything posters had screamed. American jazz floated between gunshots, rhythm insisted humanity survived our training. They served hot stew, bread, coffee, suspicion cooled, hunger made decisions. I waited for cruelty, instead, administrative efficiency and uncomfortable fairness arrived. We boarded passenger coaches, not cattle cars. Dignity complicated our contempt unexpectedly. Courtesy unsettled me deeply. Enemies offered comfort like ordinary civilized neighbors. War receded outside. Inside, doubts advanced, disciplined, column by column. Coffee tasted civilian, sugar bowls unguarded. Ration cards felt suddenly medieval. Questions felt human, not tactical. Answers hesitated, then warmed unexpectedly tonight. His ring flashed ordinary promises. Monsters rarely polished vows so carefully. Their logistics sang softly, ours groaned loudly. Competence whispered louder than flags. I diagrammed schedules, seeking weakness. Only found punctuality breeding inevitability instead. Neon mocked blackouts, light here obeyed switches, not ministry sirens. Industry multiplied quietly, ideology divided loudly. Arithmetic decided which voice won. You returned my pipe respectfully, rules enforced without humiliation or theater. Movement soothed nerves, captors maintained comfort we denied conquered peoples. Coffee given freely, pity tasted sweeter than the sugar dissolving. Even cups were standardized, efficiency extended to kindness, bewildering professional soldiers. Childhood played loudly, war whispered outside. Priorities announced a civilized hierarchy. Cities breathed steadily, faith, bread, books, engines kept synchronized heartbeats. I prayed confusedly, enemies answered prayers with schedules and civility. Questions sought facts, not vengeance, truth valued more than humiliation today. His calm unnerved me, competence arrived without cruelty, authority without pantomime. Breaks were courteous, interrogations resembled interviews, not performances for hatred. Captivity appeared landscaped, discipline trimmed hedges while assumptions overgrew minds. Rules posted publicly, rights enumerated. Tyranny hides rules, democracy advertises them. Needles stung lightly, pride bled heavier. Gratitude clotted faster than anger. Air moved freely, door unlocked during daylight. Trust troubled my training. We purchased postcards, enemies encouraged letters home praising humane treatment today. Censorship admitted itself openly, hypocrisy hides. Confidence prints stamps with dates. They shelved Goethe respectfully, monsters rarely alphabetize our poets tenderly. Bach sounded familiar. Enemy fingers turned pages without hatred tonight. Permission for worship granted, conscience unshackled. Shame tightened around my loyalties. Forgiveness preached publicly, mercy operationalized privately. System supported sentiments consistently. Work paid tokens, purpose returned, resentment found fewer purchase points daily. They trusted knives in our hands, we obeyed, surprised by trust. Warm bread forgave many insults, hunger surrendered territory propaganda once held. Cleanliness felt subversive, dignity smuggled itself through soap and sunshine. Counting preserved order, humiliation absent. Efficiency wore a gentleman's uniform. Laughter negotiated truces, cinema softened trenches inside hearts, surprisingly effective. Humor trespassed borders, guards and prisoners laughed identical syllables together. His humming disarmed me, lullabies rarely accompany righteous conquerors' boots. I confess confusion freely, enemy kindness reorganizes my maps nightly. Fields awaited us, fences felt symbolic, not strangling. Work restored breath. Water obeyed valves, seasons negotiated, prosperity practiced logistics gently. Civilians served sweetness, occupation tasted civilian, not savage, for once. He whispered, maybe posters lied. I nodded, doctrine cracking audibly. Snacks on patrol felt absurd, normality negotiated surrender faster. Precision humbled arrogance, competence became moral category in workshops. Transparency disarmed suspicion, accountability replaced fear as discipline. Their heroes wrestled conscience openly, ours demanded obedience theatrically. A face of mercy judged me harder than tribunals ever could. Competition felt harmless, mutual rules replaced mutual terror effectively today. Dessert announced civilization, sweetness argued better than pamphlets or parades. Chocolate negotiated truces, stubbornness melted first, then certainty, then scorn. I wrote mother, enemies lawful, orderly, strangely humane, unsettling my certainties. Standards honored dignity, discipline felt shared, not forced by humiliation. Bach returned me home, yet home's certainties no longer returned. Numbers marched relentlessly, mathematics recruited allegiance better than myth. We argued justice cautiously, moderation proved louder than fanatic certainty today. Flag lowered gracefully, respect rose unwillingly. Symbols traded hosts silently. Words entered quietly, new grammar arranged thought, softened edges of loyalty. Gratitude reversed directions, hierarchy dissolved. Humanity pretended not to notice. Hunger writes shakily, comparison screams. Comfort tastes guilty tonight. Recognition surprised pride, competence mattered more than uniform color. Harmony proved possible, enemies shared breath without permission from governments. Blankets delivered promptly, compassion scheduled itself alongside inventory counts. They debated limits publicly. Secrecy ruled us, envy stung hardest there. Power restrained itself deliberately. I had saluted power unleashed, Small quarrels mocked grand slogans. Life insisted on trivial mercies. Stories crossed borders. Laughter translated perfectly. Hatred lacked necessary vocabulary. Monsters rarely keep porch swings. Innocence testifies louder than speeches. Authority walked gently. Boots negotiated corners without theatrics or cruelty. Uniform reflected habits. Conscience reflected doubts. Breath carried surrender invisibly. He said nothing. Shared silence translated better than apologies. Knowledge haunted us kindly. Certainty haunted us cruelly. I preferred knowledge. Words borrowed civility. Definitions replaced slurs. Meanings negotiated peace patiently. A portrait honored captor. Respect committed treason against propaganda tonight. Peace moved habitually. Fear missed curfew. Hatred wandered outside the fence. Constellations ignored uniforms. Fate preferred astronomers over orators tonight. We explained rules gently. Initiations replaced with instructions and kindness. Criticism printed safely. Loyalty measured by honesty, not volume. Systems protected fools. Mercy embedded in mechanisms impressed soldiers. Even grievances scheduled. Fairness annotated. Bureaucracy wore a patient face. Sabbath tasted ordinary. Holiness shared benches with practicality. I apologized silently. Repentance drafted without address or stamp. Law restrained victory. Strength obeyed documents. Astonishment registered measurable. Symbols felt heavier. Meanings lighter. Allegiance searched for oxygen. Respect crossed wire. Neither surrendered rank. Both surrendered caricatures. Grief ignored borders. Names erased slogans. Tears translated flawlessly. Arguments met poems. Mind negotiated armistice with heart. Morning revealed fences. Conscience revealed doors. I stepped inward, not outward. If evil is this kind, then we misunderstood everything before. Tomorrow demands truth. Captivity taught it gently. Freedom will require courage.